Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. Purple and white, but you know what I mean. Double 11 senior year made history. Football, we took it to the playoffs. Collinsville, white and purple, yeah, we are the Kahoks. I said the Kahoks, the school of champions. We laugh a lot, we rap a lot. I'm asked I be an Indian again. I'm telling them that Collinsville is where it's at. So when we on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, Collinsville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a Kahok. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1 and 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm about my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the chief and crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right. Now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm the back cause everybody rolling with me, K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Look, all the freshmen, sophomores,
High school
juniors,
champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collinsville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good afternoon, everyone, as we welcome you to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here on the campus of Collinsville High School as we get you set for some girls high school basketball action as your Collinsville Kahawks get ready to take on the Highland Bulldogs. I am Todd Duke, and once again, a very good afternoon to you as we welcome you into our pregame show brought to you today by Chiropractic Works in Collinsville. Chiropractic Works is operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey and his crew, and they are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, 410 Regency Center, just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville. Give them a call at 343-3602 or online at chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. Non-conference matchup coming your way as Collinsville takes on Highland. The Lady Kahawks are coached by Lori Billy in her 10th and final year as the Lady Kahawks head coach on the basketball side of things as Collinsville comes in at 12 and 11. They, of course, play in the Southwestern Conference, and they are 4 and 5 after Thursday night's loss against O'Fallon in conference action. For Highland, they come in at 20 and 6. They play in the Mississippi Valley Conference, and right now they are 5 and 2 in conference play. That puts them in second place behind the state-ranked Civic Memorial Lady Eagles at 22 and 4, and they are undefeated. in the Mississippi Valley Conference. And Highland is coached by their second-year head coach, Clint Hamilton. We had a chance a little bit ago to catch up with Collinsville senior Kristen Mitchell right at the end of the alumni game that was played here by some of the former girls basketball players of Collinsville Kahok history past. That was fun. I got here for about the most of the fourth quarter, and it was pretty fun to watch. We're going to talk to Coach Billy about that during the post-game show. But the pregame interview is coming up next with Kristen Mitchell right after this timeout by Chiropractic Works on the Kahok Sports Network.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
And we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network. We're in Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium for a double dip today. We have girls and boys basketball for you, beginning with the girls as they get ready to take on Highland. And joining us now on the pregame show is Collinsville senior Kristen Mitchell. Let's get started with a little quick hit stuff, kind of loosen things up a little bit. I asked you a question, you just answer me. First thing that comes to your mind, okay? All right, favorite movie?
A Star is Born.
Favorite athlete?
Brianna Stewart.
Favorite sport to watch on TV, not including basketball and volleyball?
Baseball, football, maybe.
Favorite color?
Yellow.
Olympics, winter or summer?
Winter.
First ever concert you went to?
Post Malone.
Next concert you'd like to go to?
Another Post Malone concert.
All right, let's talk a little bit about school. Favorite subject?
Math.
Why does every athlete say math? Is it just a numbers thing? Why is it your favorite?
Because it's easiest for me.
Got one of those brains that just works like that?
Yeah, math's never been hard for me, so I like it. Math and science, they're kind of, they go hand in hand mostly, so.
All right, worst subject and why?
English, because there's never technically a right answer.
Where's history fall in these two?
I'm good at history, but I don't like it because it's boring.
All right, fair enough. Okay, let's talk a little bit about your family. Tell us a little bit about mom, dad. I know you got sisters, dogs, cats, all that stuff.
Yeah, I've got two sisters. I live with my mom and dad. We have a dog. She's super old, so we're enjoying what we got with her because she's like 14. But yeah, my one sister goes to Eastern, my other sister goes to Swick, and I'm about to go to ICC. My parents are gonna be empty nesters.
Where does the athletic ability come from, mom or dad?
Well, my mom was in band in high school, so I guess my dad, but my dad was a football player, so I guess it comes from my dad.
Tell us a little typical Mitchell family interaction. What do the Mitchells like to do when they're not involved in sports?
Watch more sports, or we like to hang out on our back patio. We always have bonfires and stuff on our back patio. We like to just hang out with each other. My family are my favorite people, so.
That's always nice because you have to see them more than anybody.
Yeah, for sure. I love my sisters, so.
All right, I know Katie played basketball. Did your older sister?
No, Carolyn, well, Carolyn's younger than Katie. She's the middle sister, but she didn't play basketball. She did gymnastics until freshman year, and she's got like issues with her bones. They would just break all the time, so she had to quit, and then she played tennis for the high school.
So you kind of already have bragging rights over Katie because you've played more games, you've gotten more points, you've gotten more rebounds. So do you play that card every once in a while?
Oh yeah, I love to rub that in her face. I always like to tell her that I'm like her 2.0 because I get slightly better grades and I'm slightly better at basketball, and I'm the only one going to college for a sport. So I like to brag on that.
I would too if I were you. All right, let's talk about your game here for a minute. 70 games in your Kahok career now, and I don't know if you pay attention to these numbers, math girl. Here's your numbers right now. You score 11 points tonight, you hit 700 for your career. One more rebound, you hit 400 for your career. So the 700-400 club, what would that mean to you?
I mean, it would mean a lot. I definitely I don't really worry about scoring much because I know that either way it'll come from somewhere on our team. But rebounds are like something I pride myself on because my team depends on me to get the boards because I'm usually one of the bigger girls on the court. So if I'm able to get those rebounds for my team, it changes the game.
All right, let's talk about O'Fallon. You guys played them on Thursday. The boys played them last night. Both losses there. So talk about your loss. I know that you're a big boys basketball fan too. I got a good picture of you on my Facebook page, courtesy of the St. Louis Post-Dispatch, by the way. Talk about your loss to O'Fallon the other night, and then kind of go into what you saw last night with the boys.
It was definitely a disappointing game for me because it certainly wasn't my best game. I didn't shoot the ball nearly as well as I would like to, but I was proud of how my team fought back. We've been working on like having grit and showing that grit, and we wanted that game, and you could tell we wanted that game more than they did. But we just dug ourselves too big of a hole in the first half.
Talk about the boys last night.
That was crazy. I'm at every single game that I can go to if I don't have a game, and it's always the most fun experience. And it was just so weird for all of us in the student section because we're like, we've never not been excited, but like it was hard to like try to give the boys energy and try to be excited for them when they were not playing their best game. But I'm proud of how they still fought it towards the end, and they rallied around Ray even though it wasn't his best game of his career or season.
All right, let's go back to you for a second. We talked about O'Fallon. You got Edwardsville in there. You guys played them tough in certain points of the games that you've already played them in. Both the O'Fallon games you played them tough. Both the Belleville West games you played tough. You came out on top on one of them, lost another one by 3 in overtime. So is it one of those things where you got like 5 girls on the court at all time and 3 of them are really, really good that night and 2 of them are just okay? And the nights that you really do good and win these games, all 5 of you are lights out.
Yeah, and a lot of the times it's just like we know who we can count on. Like we always know that Katie's going to show up, and Katie's one of our best scorers. But it's a matter of us all coming out for all 4 quarters. And as a whole group, no matter who steps on the floor, no matter what sub has to come in, all 5 of us have to play all 4 quarters. And putting 4 quarters together is something we've struggled with.
All right, you have Highland here tonight. This is a non-conference game, but you guys have played them once a year for the last 9 years. And Collinsville as a whole is 0-9, which means you're 0-2 against Highland. So what is it about Highland that's so tough?
Well, they are all around. They're well coached, well disciplined, and they have a good feeder program. Go to their high school. We've played them since 3rd grade, the exact same group of girls, and we actually lost them in state in junior high. They were our biggest rivals, the only team we ever really lost to in middle school. We would go back and forth. We'd say we play them 4 times a season. We'd win 2, they'd win 2. They win the bigger one, I guess. But so they're always been our biggest rivals. They're a good program. They've got a good basketball town.
So what is it going to take for you and your Lady Kahawks tonight to make that a 1-9 record?
A team effort. We really just need to play together and play for each other because when we do, we're unstoppable. When we get the ball to all 5 girls make a good defensive effort. Nobody can beat us.
All right, last question for you. Coach Billy earlier in the week announced that she was going to be retiring at the end of the year. Your thoughts?
It's definitely very sad for me. I'm happy for her that she was able to come to that decision at a good time, and hopefully we can end it on a good note for her. We're as seniors, we're going out with her, so we're just trying to make this one last season worthwhile for her because it means just as much to us as it does to her because it's our last go-round.
Kristen Mitchell, thanks for the visit. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Kristen Mitchell, your Collinsville Lady Kahawks. We'll take a break here on the Chiropractic Works pregame show. When we come back, we'll pass the starting lineups to you, and then we'll have more names and more numbers to pass your way in just a moment here on the Kahawks Sports Network.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they do catering. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses and delicious sides. Cafe Agape, Check them out at 703 St. Louis Road, or check out the lunch buffet at the Columbus Plaza location on 157 in Collinsville. Call Cafe Agape at 345-CAFE, 345-2233. Yes, they still cater. Cafe Agape, that's some good eats.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Something old can be something new again. The Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville proves that old adage right one more time. Derek and Whitney Reiser, along with brewmaster and distillery operator Torrin O'Brien, Old Herald Brewery and Distillery is not just a place to eat and drink, but more of a must-experience destination in the St. Louis area. With its Collinsville Herald newspaper feel, Old Herald Brewery and Distillery features a restaurant, a tap room, and of course a state-of-the-art one-of-a-kind distillery. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery can handle all of your group functions, as well with an event space that can handle you and 79 of your friends for any large gathering. And the food? Well, simply amazing, with local and new favorites, plus brunch on Sundays. How about bocce ball or bags on the patio? Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville, 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville. Give them a call at 855-8027, online at oldheraldbrewing.com, or on Facebook at Old Herald.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full-body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
And once again, we welcome you back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here at Collinsville High School, as we're just about ready to go here between Collinsville and the Highland Lady Bulldogs. Here are the starting lineups for Highland. And by the way, I do not have any heights. And apparently neither did Chad Burgess down there at the PA announcer's bench, because he didn't mention them either. So Ellie Brown is a senior, Kristen Taylor a junior, another senior is Megan Kronk. Back to the juniors in Taylor Kesner, and a senior in Ashlyn Clucker. For Collinsville, your usual starting five: Faith Liljegren, the 5'7" senior, followed by Astasia Bush, the 5'10" junior, Katie Knutson, the 5'11" senior, Riley Doyle, the 5'7" junior, and our guest on our pregame interview, Kristen Mitchell, the 6' senior. Collinsville comes in averaging 47.8 points per game scored while giving up about 46.4. Highland, they usually score right around 52, 51.9 is what we actually call it, and 37 points against, so they have a very stellar defense, do the Highland Bulldogs. They're led by Bella Laporta and her 319 points, although Laporta, the junior, not getting the start here tonight. She's the only Highland Lady Bulldog averaging double digits at 12.3 per game, and she also leads her team in rebounds with 247 of those at 9.5 a game. Leading scorer for Collinsville is Katie Knutson. Young Katie has 296 points, averaging 12.9 a game. Kristen Mitchell averaging 11.4, so we have two Lady Kahawks into double-digit averages. And Astasia Bush right now leads Collinsville in the rebound department with 149, just three more than Kristen Mitchell. Astasia averaging 6.5 a game, while Kristen Mitchell is averaging 6.3. Knutson not too far behind with 142, and she is averaging 6.2 points a game. Well, Kristen Mitchell swats that one into the backcourt, so it belongs to Highland, even though Collinsville got their hands on the ball first, and the Lady Bulldogs dressed in the gray uniforms with the word Highland written across the front in red. Nice block there by Kristen Mitchell, and we're underway. And the numbers on the Highland jerseys are also in red. Collinsville back to the home whites after wearing the purple uniforms on Thursday night. Numbers are in purple, and the word Kahoks written across the fronts of the Lady Kahoks jerseys. Here's Knutson, out to Doyle. Doyle for three, that's good. Riley Doyle gets things started here for Collinsville with a big three-pointer. And Highland comes back up the court. Faith Liljegren on a turnover by Highland. I'm trying to get my scoreboard going here and see if I would have been well prepared. I would have had that to go. I would have had that already taken care of, right? Right here. Well, that was almost a travel there by Ellie Brown. She kicks the ball out and turns the ball over. Here is Knutson coming up the left side of the lane. Goes to the right side. Reverse layup. Didn't work. Comes out the other side. And the rebound belongs to Brown and the Highland Bulldogs. That was almost another travel. Here is a three-point shot taken on the wing. And no good. Highland already taking out Kristen Taylor and bringing in Liv Wilkie. And the Lady Kahoks right now up 5-0. Bulldogs with the ball. That is Kesner. Kesner back over to the other side, and Brown tries a three-point shot. That one misses the mark as well, and the rebound ends up out of bounds, put there by Highland. So Collinsville trying to take advantage of the third turnover here by the Lady Bulldogs. You can see my square on my screen all turning all. I'm hoping that we don't get knocked off. I just got a brand new Wi-Fi, so if I have to, I'll break it out here later. Here is Faith Liljegren. Liljegren back at the midcourt stripe up to Kristen Mitchell. Mitchell hands the ball off to Knutson. She loses it, and it's picked up by Highland. They try to take advantage of the Kahoks' first turnover, and they do so with a two-point bucket by Ashlyn. So Highland on the board for the first time. Here is Katie Knutson. Gets around a defender off the glass. Good for two.